Hello, can you hear me now? Do you hear any like like any low rumbling from the mic? Hey, welcome. Oh, welcome everyone. Hey, uh, um, hmm. I'm going to do the new character does too much damage. I'm trying to think like she's already in Smash. She's blank, but I can't think of the character. What time is it? 9:43 a.m. Oh, hey, look at this. Easy. Now we just gotta wait the hard part. The down B for Smash. Just I guess all their moves are some form of down B. I want to say like King K. Rool is so. Oh, your grandmother's King K. Rool, but King K. Rool's not a girl, and I can't think of anything that works. Breath of the Wild Ganon, dude. Like Calamity Ganon, just like a whole spider thing. That'd be sick. Or how about just the Wild for Smash? Have you thought about that? You know, we gotta push past our preconceived notions of what a character can't and can be. No, we do know Sakurai can make excellent characters out of weird concepts. I'd like Sakurai in Smash too. Oh yeah, your grandmother's too big for Smash. There we go. That's what I was looking for. And not Byleth? Dude, Byleth's cool. He has like a whip sword. I now like regret going. They shouldn't add no more FE characters. I mean, they probably still shouldn't, anyways. No, replace Corrin for Byleth, honestly. Oh, if it's a Fire Emblem character you don't like, though, well, I mean, obviously you don't want characters you don't like. I think Banana D would be super cool. By the way, there's no like rumbling or low noises coming from the microphone. I turned off no escape, but if there is something there, maybe I should turn it back on. A lot of Fire Emblem characters have unique. I'll say that again slowly. A lot of Fire Emblem characters are unique. Oh, can you see the chat? No, you can't. Hold on. It's a good thing we're sorting this out now. It should now come up soon. Yep, okay. Now we can have the chatting in the stream too. Sweet. Also, 5 minutes before the direct, I'll need to like start pinging people. Oh, I should probably mention this will probably be my last direct reaction, I'll probably be employed by the next time. By the next one. If not, then what's wrong with my life? Who do I want in Smash, Lizard? I have pretty much everybody I do want in Smash. The only character I would really strongly want to play in Smash is Minna. Who do you want in Smash? Okay, so now you can see the chat, I imagine. Also, gee, is there some sort of delay? Because I feel like the delay is like longer than normal, usual. Roblox guy in Smash. Yeah, he'd be cool. Does my stream have delay on my end? It's probably going to be a third-party character. Oh yeah, I have a feeling they're going to add uh, some super hype me costume like Sans. Like, don't forget now, like even me costumes can blow our mind in this day and age. Yeah, I looked over it 3 times. There doesn't seem. There was like. I guess you can't change any delay after you start streaming. So you mean just like a Sega, well, not Sega, Microsoft and Sony logo team up character? Chat should be small. Yesterday, people were like, "It needs to be bigger." Hold on. Is that uh the right size, or does it need to be smaller? Don't spam cheese in Smash. Also, I acknowledge your funny emote. Okay, you know what? I'll make it smaller, but increase the font size. Hold on. Font size 30 is probably too big. Let's go with 28. Okay, it's gonna be a bit hard to see people's names, but hold on a minute. Snap. Come on. There, I think that's good now. Okay, I'm going to type this because there is still a delay, and like waiting 15 seconds is driving me crazy because I don't have a lot of attention. Great. It'll also be the first direct with chat. And we just gotta wait. I honestly can't predict who it is at this point. Well, I say that. I think the most likely. What's most likely is Minecraft Steve. Uh, I'll tell you why after the direct. Followed by Sora. Honestly, Doom. I don't want Doom Guy to be in, but Doom Guy has a good chance. Um, Actually, you know what? I'll turn on Noise Gate. Wait, that didn't change much. Oh yeah, because test, test, test. Okay, I turned on Noise Gate, but if it's a little hard to hear me when I start to speak or I stop speaking, just tell me and I can turn that off. I gotta start doing some things one moment. Got it pinged and stuff. Alright, that was a pleasant way to pass the time. Let's go. 2 minutes. Don't have much else to say, unfortunately. It's 2 minutes. I said time. When there's 1 minute left, let's see if you guys can like count down from 60. See if we can actually make it on the time. Okay, 60. Not going as planned. I'm like, I guess we're all just waiting. Like, the thing I want is at least a new Pokemon. But I don't like the grass type. Italion would be super cool though. By the way, what do you think Sakurai is even doing with 3 fingers? Oh, it says 10 a.m. for me. Hopefully this is working. There we go.
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from Sora Limited. We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter. Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
So it must be
The
super
development
good.
team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy.
Okay, so he's
Which
saying
means
it was
other
not
Nintendo
leaked.
staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast. So, it won't be available right away. Please
Aw.
understand that it will take a little time. I think even many Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this and say, wow, really?
So not leaked, confirmed. So I have no idea who can.
Let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information. However,
we need to piece
even
it
if you
together
say,
in this
that's not the
correct?
character I was picturing, I hope you don't have any hard feelings. We've prepared a fighter reveal video. Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly. Now, let's do this.
Okay, who is it? Why is this from? Oh, this is Byleth.
The time is finally
Or they're
come
doing
to unleash
do
the
something even
forbidden
more
spell
crazy.
of Zaharas upon our enemies.
Like he's going like summon something that's gonna be completely unexpected. It may not be Byleth, but this is not what I
were
was
you
expecting.
thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void.
We're trapped in
In
Smash.
time,
How do we get
our
out?
hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die?
I think he
thought
said
as
something
much.
funny if you do.
I also do not wish to die. And yet,
Hey, it may not be
there
Violet.
is no other choice. You must join Smash.
Oh!
Join Smash Brothers already! What in
It's
the
the
world are
Fire
you
Emblem
waiting for?
character. I've been memeing about... Does that... Wait, I have a video that's literally this. I literally have a video of this reveal.
So joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself.
Like, back when I was going full time, I made like a joke reveal trailer of Violet joining the game. I used Mii's. And now they're doing that unironically. Oh man, this is going to get some great reaction. Oh,
So
he's
you
dead.
return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do?
That fixes the sword problem.
So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
Just be waifu. Everything's solved. This is great. Oh wait, are they joining the battle too? Oh, you can use different weapons.
How is this?
It's just like that face. Just the way to describe it. Violet recruits Violet.
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics. With arid fire, strike
That's
with
such
security
great reaction. Like, huh? He was flying too, like just straight up flying. Hey, they're probably going to first show.
The blinding speed of Failnaught,
They're probably going to show the first of DLC Pack 6.
along with the sword of the creator. Each weapon matches a direction.
This is going to be like super complicated or play. Oh, that was Gambit.
Your will and mine be now as one. To
Okay,
you, both sides of time are revealed.
it's probably going to be a really fun
Burn
character
Smash.
though.
Show the world.
Why is Sothis so evil? Sothis. Like, you saw that face at the end, like, ha 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 ha. I need to conquer Smash as well.
Yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle. Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
That's right, the game came out
This
after.
release is planned for January
Smash came
28th.
out.
You'll have instant access if you have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass.
I think
And
we
it will
can all
also be
say we
available
didn't see
for
this one
purchase
coming, though.
individually. In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry.
I'm pretty happy. And there are a lot of people who did want
First off,
this, even
what
if
is
they
Fire
like.
Emblem?
Yeah, I'll feel pretty guilty,
It's really hard
but
to
I do
pronounce
want
in
them in.
Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful.
Wait, what?
The series' first
Getting
entry
distracted.
launched in Japan on the Famicom in
Wait, 8
1990.
Smash
You could say
characters,
it was
and now
a
he's
pioneer in the
explaining
genre
Fire
of
Emblem?
Tactical role-playing games.
Like, we
You
could
might
have
be
used this
wondering
when
what makes
Marth
it
was in the
particularly
game.
Tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game.
Like chess.
Or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle.
I think the most baffling is explaining Fire Emblem now.
When we talk about tactical games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games.
Again, at the end, they might show the first of
Something made
Act
it stand
2.
out from other Nintendo products. Characters could permanently die.
I'm unironically excited. What about
That's
you
pretty
guys?
direct language, though, so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes. But really, if a character fell in battle, you'd lose that unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again.
They die. Also need to pay more attention to this.
Recent entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you. But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak.
Strategic withdrawal.
In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are
In the
told
new
like
games, if you have
Chronicles of
permadeath
War,
on, they will
with
still
increasingly
exist, and it gets
distinct
pretty
characters
bizarre.
and engrossing scenarios.
Like, even characters, like in
Several
Phase, there's this
characters
one
also appear in the
character,
Super Smash
they
Bros.
are an
series,
NPC
and
and can't
6
be
of the
brought into
7
battle.
use a counter
They
attack.
can,
It's their down special.
they die as part of the plot,
There's actually
but then
a
you can
reason
still,
for
like,
this.
interact
When I was
with them,
considering
and they
how
can
to
even give you
incorporate Fire
some.
Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game.
Turn-based.
First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn.
Wait, my left doesn't have a counter, normally. Actually,
And
that's the
now,
whole thing. All
Fire
these
Emblem
Fire
Three
Emblems
Houses
have
is the
counters, but
17th
counters is a
game in the
really rare
series.
moves that lords don't normally get.
People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many? Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge. I'll give it a try.
暗黒竜と光の剣、外伝、紋章の謎、聖戦の系譜、トラキア776、
Oh man, this guy's listing them all.
聖魔の功績、
Is there so many Fire Emblem characters because Sakurai's an FE fan? Is that the explanation?
There you go, 17.
Oh, that's where the W comes from.
So
So you saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary. This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2, then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
It's like, I won't
And then
explain
you get
Fire
16.
Emblem in too much, Chef.
Add
By the
1,
way,
you get
here's how the
17.
binary counting system.
Awesome, isn't it? You can actually count up to 31 on one hand.
But why
And if
go
you
on
use
this
both
tangent?
hands, you can count all the way up to 1023. If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go. What is Fire Emblem Three Houses? In Japanese, the male version of the main
But
character is
first,
called
we need to
Bereto, and the
explain
female version is
how to
called Betis.
count
But in English,
binary.
they share the same name, Byleth.
Yo, when Sakurai's
Byleth
just
becomes a
teaching you
professor who
basic
ends up
counting at
leading
this
one of
point.
3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life, and, well, you end up fighting the other houses.
Spoilers, Sakurai!
After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up
But-
with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their region.
Spoilers!
It's a very sad game in which
I
your
actually haven't
former
beat this
allies
game.
become enemies,
The late game is
turn
very
hostile, and
slow-paced.
try to kill you.
Because, like, all the teaching, it's like,
To understand
such
the
a long
concept
time
of
to
Fire
go
Emblem
through all
Three
the teaching
Houses,
near the
I
end.
played an early version of the game before its release. I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example,
like, it's exclusive
because I
access.
couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
How-
I did the same this
Oh.
time, but with there being 3
No, he's talking
houses
about
and
Breath of the
multiple
Wild, not
endings, it was
Fire
really
Emblem.
hard to get a feel for it. And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference.
The curse of early access, exclusive access.
The game has multiple
there's
routes, and
no
the outcome of each is
timeline
very
help.
different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story. I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand.
I'm trying to avoid spoilers.
Before my
I bet the
demonstration,
first thing is
I
going to be
should
a
point
huge
out
spoiler.
that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now,
That's
it's
far ahead.
actually November. Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version. As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go.
Oh, 300 hours comes to Smash. Anyways, let's see the deep dive, because this character could be really interesting.
So this is our new fighter,
Also, the music's
Violet.
coming. That's gonna be sick.
Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them.
Yeah,
Throws are not
his
their
sword
strong
should have
point
a ton
either.
of range.
Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon.
Look,
The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem 3 houses.
yeah, but
They
Violet
look like
doesn't
bones, and
specialize
there's a
with
reason
them.
for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Violet uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Violet's
already have
default
Zelda.
weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip.
See, look at that range.
They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves.
This guy's like, he says he's slow, but he's going to be like a fast
For their
Simon
up smash
without
attack.
projectiles.
They'll whip the sword
Actually, that
upward
doesn't
to
sound so
launch
great.
enemies in the air.
Maybe.
For their up air attack,
Oh
they'll
my
wave the
god,
whip sword
the
overhead.
gatekeeper, he's in Smash. This
The
guy's a
hit detection
living
for this
meme.
attack lasts for a relatively
He's
long
in,
time.
boys, confirmed.
The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this, allowing you to do things like this. It was pretty terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
Ooh, that's going to be nasty.
you can do awful things like this.
Destruction.
That said, you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage.
And then what?
Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this,
Oh,
but
that
you can
grapple's
also use
good.
it to latch onto edges. So that's the up special. Now, for the sideways inputs.
So yes,
This
like,
is Erdvar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology.
a grapple. So he's
First,
going to
we'll
have
go
like
through the
decent
forward
recovery
and
then.
back air attacks.
Oh, I
As you
guess
can
if he
see,
has.
they have a long
option.
reach, like so.
This is.
Mars
I
air
think this
attack
is the
keeps
character I
opponents in
actually
check
been
too, right?
wanting. I really like playing characters with range.
If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it. Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
This is going to be a weird stage. Although there's
Also,
going to be
if
like
you add an
different
upward
sections.
tilt, it will
It's
be
probably going to be
stronger.
like a transformation one.
And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them. By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful.
Oh, he has
The
tips
shaft
too.
part is weaker,
And this side special looks like it's,
so it's not
going to be a
suited to close
bit
combat.
too fun to spam.
It won't deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far.
Also, compared to like Corrin
That's
side
why,
smash,
as
that
a
looks
rule,
decently quick.
You want to hit with the blade part aimed upward, or downward in this case. Next, the side special move. Byleth will simply swing the lance like this.
Okay, that's like
But
smaller
again,
than a
it is
side smash,
excellent
but that's
range.
like a huge cover.
For example, even when your
coverage.
opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
Like, as shown, that was a lot of range.
Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little, like this.
What do you guys think so
But as
far?
you'd
Will
expect,
he be
it
good or
can
bad?
easily shielded, so be careful.
He looks mid at the moment.
Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area.
Is that a get out of
Returning to
fail
the side
option?
air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality.
Oh,
So
so you
this
mean?
complements
Oh, he's
well.
terrible at juggling.
Although you'll be vulnerable when you land. Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir.
That's gonna hurt.
It's named after a weapon that appears in
That's
Yuga
probably going to be
rituals.
the thing that does the most damage.
First, the down air attack. It really is strong. You can try for a meteor effect with this attack.
And the outrage on
Next
the
is the
internet is
down
going
smash
to be
attack.
pretty great to watch.
A heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power. And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike. It's a bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different.
You guys are pretty
When
speechless, aren't
readying
you?
the move, there's a super armor effect,
In total awe of
which
Violet.
allows you to withstand an attack.
Strong moves but bad mobility, but good range
Just
too.
so you know, if you
Can't forget
execute a
that.
Falcon Punch at about the same time, it plays out like this. It's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage,
So it's going to be like,
unless you get grabbed.
oh no.
Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms. While you're charging up, you can breeze past platforms like
That's
this.
going.
to
That's
reach
going to
a
make for
lower
a
area.
hilarious moment during some tournament.
It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack.
So I think that's going to be like the down B that does too
Also,
much
you can
damage.
turn around during the move. The swing takes a while, so if an opponent runs behind you
Oh,
during
this
the
character's
move,
gonna
you
be so
quickly
cool.
change direction. Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move,
And I got to point out the
it
music
can be
too.
really effective when used against
3
a
ounces
group
that's
of opponents.
especially great in using. Fire Emblem's always had to make.
Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little. It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them. By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series,
Oh,
because
he's
you'll
gonna-
just get loads of counters.
36?
It hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of block.
I'm too used to
Using
like
easily
the
anticipated
videos I
attacks
make, so when I
this,
see like
you just
group
you hit
doing like
counter
36, I'm
after
just like,
counter. Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Failnaught, which shares
a
its name
projectile.
with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves.
That's a projectile.
You've got the
Or with
neutral air
projectile.
attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him.
Wait.
It lets you spin the weapon around. It's also easy to create certain combos
This is
with it.
probably the most ridiculous neutral air.
And with the neutral
Like, that's
special,
not how bows
you'll
work.
let loose an arrow. It seems pretty straightforward, right? But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it
Oh.
partway through the charge, so,
So
when
it's
it
a
does
hard
fire,
commit
the
move.
arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful.
Still probably gonna
That
be like
said, You
decent.
can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button.
Oh, canceling? Okay.
You can also change direction while in the stance. It
Okay,
works
people
up
are
until
definitely
this
going
point,
to die
but
by like sniping off the edge
if
with
you
a
keep holding the
reverse.
button, you'll unleash a powerful arrow. that
What did
looks
I
like a
just
beam of
watch?
light.
That's going to be so
You can
scary.
perform this move by keeping the button held down. You charge up power like so. Charge a bit more, and then fire.
Like, there's
But
probably going to be a
again,
few
you'll need to take
situations
care
that
when using this move.
it can be used, but
For
that's going to
once,
be
When
high.
you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it.
That's
So
going
you
to be
see,
interesting.
A situation like this is pretty terrible. Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything. Which means
This
it's quite the
move's gonna be
risky attack
fun.
to use against
Mostly
fighters
dumb,
who have
though.
a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a
Oh, yeah,
sudden
it's gonna
blow
be,
to
like,
opponents.
Terrifying.
So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon.
in like
By this final
free-for-all.
smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version.
See? Whip sword.
As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together.
Use code Lazar? What do you mean?
Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the
I
even-numbered
wanted,
ones
like-
are female.
Okay,
However,
doesn't everybody
the
have
third,
a character
fourth, and fifth
with
colors
count?
are, as you
Is
can
that-
see, reminiscent of the house leaders. Those of you who
Those
played
are
the
some sick
original game
colors.
will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier.
I think I even was like thinking a while ago,
And the
what
seventh and eighth
would
variations
Violet
have a
salt
different
colors
hair color,
be?
which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story.
Your hair
Didn't we
changes.
see this variation in the final Smash?
まあこれは原作でもということで
Wait, so one old is just a different colored hair. Please stop spamming Code Lazar.
次にステージの
Next, I'll introduce the stage.
ステージは
For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garreg Mach
I'm
Monastery.
still like most interested with what's at the end.
原作における
This is how Garreg Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game.
Oh yeah, it's a
From these, we
nightmare to
chose to
learn.
have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral all in one stage.
You just go down a straight line.
It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four.
その4つのエリアを
Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas.
ご紹介したいと思います
That have the door loading times.
まず一
The
番
first area is the
市
marketplace.
場ですここに
I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping.
Oh
The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house: Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid.
Don't forget the gatekeeper,
Not
Sakurai.
Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy.
Yeah,
For
those
that
names are
reason, I
probably
guess you
hard
could
in
say
Japanese.
Dimitri's the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one, that one.
Are we back to the sad souls?
There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these
Oh
are
no, we're
important
going to have
booths
more
where you
sad
buy
souls.
all sorts of things, but here you can break them. You see,
Sakurai, don't give any,
も壊すと
if you
Oh.
do break them,
don't give anybody else
the stage will
depression.
expand to the left and right.
これから運の
I wonder where people will buy their supplies now.
そして
And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper.
Shoutouts, we got them.
You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like
Oh
you've
yeah,
come to a
this
stop,
isn't a gate thing from the game.
you'll come crashing back down. We've broken through the ceiling and slammed into the building.
The chandeliers get replaced.
And the guests in the reception hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire,
人たちですねこのアドラス
and as such, they embrace their military might.
行くわけです
They're not like
Edelgard is one of the characters
militaristic
who is central
during
to
the
the
game.
conflict.
ということになりますね
Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals.
But she goes through them anyway.
You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage.
Oh, but is she a sad
It's possible
soul?
to knock them down.
だけど残念ながら
At least she's not a
However,
sad
Violet
soul.
can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though.
だから
So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go. I
Ah.
made it. And you can knock it down.
ついでに言うと
Also, you can break this table. Like so.
It can be broken. Oh, so much attention.
Just
needed.
like the sign that reads Furin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range.
ということになっています
Next up, the
These
bridge.
are pretty like
The camera rotates 90
simple
degrees,
layouts though. They're
creating
just
this long area.
walk-offs.
こう
In
It's
fact,
very
they're all
wide indeed.
walk-offs.
結構横幅も広いんですよ
It's similar to the bridge of Elden stage.
ゲストはヒルシュ
The guests are from the Golden
Well, there's
Deer,
meme.
Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence.
これはレスター
They belong to the Leicester
人
Alliance.
々ですね諸行同盟ということはまあつまり連邦とか連合とかそういう
Rich looks sick though.
Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the fourth title in the Fire Emblem series.
Yeah, there's so
I
many
guess once
games.
you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training.
Makes me wonder
As
where
for the
they.
bridge's design,
do keep
it's
going
just
up.
a long pathway, plain and simple.
画面の
You
It's
can
a
expect
walk-off,
plenty of blows to
confirmed.
be exchanged at the edges of the screen.
そし
You could also say it's a place where the fail knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the golden deer perfectly.
But every place is a walk-off. And we'll probably see Ria in the last one.
The last area is the cathedral, only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing in the cathedral are Sedith, Flame, and Rhea. There's Sedith, who appears to have an
Flame is, like,
extremely strong bond
really
with his
popular
sister,
because
Flame.
she's really obsessed
She
with
seems to
fish
be
or
under the
something.
protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem Three Houses. All three have character quirks related to their true identities. I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple
This
area
like
stage.
role-playing
All it has are
Sakurai's
these
fine is pretty
platforms.
fun.
Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll
Simple
cycle through
layout
each
with-
location in about 2.5 minutes.
Okay, it's like cool design, but they're all walk-offs. Most of the stages don't have much interesting.
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side.
So
Alright,
only
here we go,
1/5 of this
Joker.
will be showing off Violet.
Joker!
Oh,
And Hero! Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo!
this is
By
hilarious.
now, I think you know what I'm doing.
No, I don't.
But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the Professor here. But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm
You
using
do it,
anything I can get my hands on.
Including items? Oh, shit.
It's not going to land that easily. Uh-oh, this is bad.
Can't wait to share that one video. My fake Violet
I better
track
keep my
either on Twitter.
I'll use this chance to attack. Got him. That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here.
Doing pretty well.
Lots of explosives. Ouch.
Ouch. Wait, Sakurai's
Perfect
using the
shield of that,
female
huh?
Violet.
Good one.
What?
If I do this, like this, or like
Just
so.
like every other Smash player.
No anti-air, huh? There. The
Ooh, that
soccer
was
ball
nasty.
connected.
I'm still wondering if there'll be like the 6th character reveal.
Good. There's Mom.
Because like this would be like the not hype one.
You're in a good spot, Mom.
And I'm pretty sure like the decision was made.
Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir.
Like,
Well, I guess no one uses
Before they-
projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not.
yeah. I'm trying to figure out a timeline. While looking at this, I can't do it.
I feel like the enemy might get this Smash Ball. See? They got it.
Oh no, don't lose.
But they mustn't give up.
What else?
I can't waste this chance.
You landed that. Okay. No, he's
There's
just probably
another
gonna
Smash
win.
Ball. Yes, got it. Now, what are you charging up for?
What did she say though?
There's still more. Whack.
Can't wait to get that. But it's not,
Go
yeah,
on,
this
you
comes
can
out in
take the hammer,
February, right?
But it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him.
Hey, you did fine, Sakurai. Don't need to worry.
I was trying to fight using Violet's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game. It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team. So I
Like,
think
one
it's a
of the
good
more
idea to
prominent-
try imposing different types of challenges on yourself.
One of the
The
more
end.
prominent players, Smash Bros. Scotia is a huge Fire Emblem fan, so he's like probably happy. Or complaining.
Now, about the additional music.
One of those two.
Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added. This includes
going
an
to be
arrangement
amazing.
of the main theme in both Japanese and English. I hope you'll enjoy these as well. We're
This
also
also
adding
means
in
I can
some new
use those
spirit
songs in my videos now.
It includes the house leaders among some of
Of
the
course,
other
they add the
popular
waifu
characters.
as a spirit, like the waifu.
So
Not that
this
one.
is Legend class. Also, there's a new classic mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history. The final battle is against Master Hand and
haven't
Crazy
you hear
Hand,
Toby Fox
but
beat
you'll find
Sakurai?
that
He's
something
not the
pretty
best
amusing
anymore.
happens, so look forward to that. Now for the Mii Fighter costumes.
Toby
Please take a look.
Fox canonically confirmed to be the best. Wait, here's the Mii Fighters. This is where more surprises can come. Why? Assassin. That was just so random. Good crossover, but okay, later Breath of the Wild Beyond. Hopefully you don't miss like number 6, something crazy. But don't we already have X or something? How many different Mega Man Mii's are there? Oh, so we're getting all the different Mega Mans now. Okay, this one's like my favorite because he had a show. This Mega Man had a show. I watched that a lot when I was younger. Okay, so here's the hype one. I think if I have the punch, sounds sad. Are other people like freaking out? I'm just way too calm about this. I'm expecting the next one will be even more nuts than Cuphead. Nope. Looks like Mii costumes are for indie games now. Altair looks hilarious. I think I have to get him just for the Mii. Hero 28? That's like...
This time, we're releasing a
Oh,
Cuphead
nice.
costume. And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's
my
called
brother's gonna
Floral
like this.
Fury,
He's a
and
huge
it's the theme
Cuphead
that
fan.
plays when fighting Cagney Carnation. I hope you enjoy these as well.
Oh, it's 35 minutes. There's no
After
more.
purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature.
Wait, or was it
If
45
someone has
minutes?
created a
Not
Mii Fighter, you can
Let's
play
see.
using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it.
You need for roughly
And
35
now,
minutes.
onto the amiibo.
Oh, Dark Samus looks sick.
The color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It does.
Dark Samus and Richter are planned for release on Friday, January 17th.
Oh, that's tomorrow. It's Thursday today? What?
And now, with the addition of Byleth, the Fighters
So
Pass
either it
is
ends
finally
now or
complete.
there's like a 1 minute
The
teaser.
lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Byleth.
Byleth to rule them all.
From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there?
Okay, this is leading up
When
to
we
something.
add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
Yeah, I like that about the DLC characters. They've all like had something really interesting, fresh.
As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well,
There's gonna be 10.
have a look.
Oh, okay, here we go. Or is it just going? Six. What a random number.
Looks like there will be 1 more fighter than last time. For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please
Okay,
keep an
but
eye
it's
out.
number 6.
And now that it's official, we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm
Aw.
personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed.
Oh wait.
Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand
Okay,
why
so we're not
and
going to
purchase
get
it.
to know number 6.
Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided. Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them. But I still hope you'll look forward to it.
That means if he's adding 6, there's
We're
means
also
like
including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time,
Who's the
it was
bonus?
a Rex costume. But this time,
Oh.
here's what we have.
another me. Oh, Breath of the Wild Zelda?
It's a Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient
Okay.
soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
I'm not sure this is the same level as Rex.
This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Oh boy. One more.
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest selling fighting game in the world.
Yeah, probably.
Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
Is it a fighting game? Sakurai asking these questions
Seems
a
like
little
Street Fighter
late.
2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds.
Sakurai is
Plus, there's the
being
arcade
way too
versions
humble
and
here.
The 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for.
I think
Also,
it has.
I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows?
Sakurai
But when it comes to
debating
a single piece of
on
software,
the
it
internet.
seems
No,
like Super
Smash isn't the
Bros.
number
Ultimate
one
is
fighting
number one.
game.
Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game. Some sort
More
of
of a fighting
celebration
game?
of gaming
Okay, I'll-
or something
I'll
else
give you that.
entirely. Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters.
I left 2? Banjo? And if you
The
did,
first
you buff
Fighters Pass
Banjo.
just wrapped up, but it was decided that there would be more DLC, which means no breaks for me.
Yeah, get
I
back to
plan
work.
to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
So if there's going to be 6 more, that means like they're all so great that Sakurai couldn't like drop one of them. That's going to be interesting. That's also mean there's going to be like 96 characters by the end of all of this. It's just like he deserves a break. But just 4 more characters, he'll have 100. If I was Sakurai, I'm not sure if I'd want to just like end it that close. At least add like 4 Echo Fighters, we'll all be happy. Anyways, what did you guys think? Thoughts and reactions? I'm like, okay, he's not the most hype edition. It'll be a lot of fun, but he's not Doom Guy, sorta. Actually, I think those are like the 2 hype ones left. Oh yeah, I guess I have to wait like 15 seconds for replies to come in. I say that, I might not even wait for replies. I just kind of want to go, hey, look at this thing I made last summer. Yeah, by that, it's going to be really cool. It's a shame we have to wait like a whole month. But thanks for coming in and watching. I think I'll just end the stream now. I do have work to do today.